This episode is brought to you by Pepsi Wild Cherry. Pepsi Wild Cherry is bursting with delicious cherry flavor and a sweet, crisp taste that gives you more to go wild for. Getting wild may look different these days, but whether it's opting for a solo Friday binge watch or a big night out, everyone can indulge in their wild side with Pepsi Wild Cherry. Also available in Zero Sugar. So grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
TIAA is on a mission. Why? Because 54% of Black Americans don't have enough savings to retire. So in collaboration with big-name artists like Wyclef Jean, TIAA released Paper Right, new music inspiring a new financial future. With 100% of streaming sales going to a nonprofit that teaches students how to invest. Stream Paper Right now and help close the gap.
We're back from Christmas vacation.
Oh, what a time.
What a time. The holidays are the best time of the year.
I don't think we're ready to be done talking about it.
No, I don't think so either. And it's kind of sad because, we'll talk about, fall and Christmas all year. But, now we're very far from it.
Mm-hmm. I think we're just going to have another Christmas episode. Because we're doing the High School Musical, the musical.
The series. The Christmas
special.
Holiday special.
It's holiday special,
it
sister.
I know.
We've got plenty of Hanukkah songs. Christmas,
Feliz
Hanukkah,
Navidad.
a fan favorite, River.
Oh,
dude.
So we just need to meet this cast. We are destined to be best friends with them. We already, fucking hailed the Queen, Julia. I just need to meet them. They seem so cool. So I'm going to paint everyone a picture. When this holiday special came out, it came out on December 11th.
12th, something like that.
Yeah. And I texted Kathleen and was like, do you want to drink wine, eat buff chickies, and watch the holiday special? And at first she said no. She had plans. And then she came back on 2 days before and was like, are you still free? And I was like, boy, am I. Let's go.
For the record, I did not have any plans. I just was supposed to be in the city because I do live and pay for an apartment in the city, which I barely stay at. So I like to take time out of my schedule sometimes to sleep in my apartment that I pay for. But the shock on our faces when and Julie knew, I think Julie was hiding this from me, that this wasn't it is technically, but it wasn't a canon episode in the High School Musical, the series universe.
Right. So Kathleen thought that this was a Christmas episode of High School Musical, the series. I knew that it wasn't.
I was surely mistaken. Sorely? Both. I was sorely mistaken.
So when it first came on, Kathleen was like, no.
I said, what in God's name?
She was like, what is this? No. And I kind of was like, I don't know. Did we overhype? We did not. Okay.
We didn't. No.
After, I would say we were fine after the first 4 minutes. We were like, yep, these are our friends. They're back.
So basically what it is, it's they go to the actors and actresses houses or hometowns, and they talk about what song they're going to sing and a little fun holiday tradition in their family and whatever. It was cute, but I purposely didn't. They dropped the album a couple weeks prior, and I purposely didn't listen to it thinking I don't want to spoil why they're singing it in the episode. I don't want to spoil how they're gonna lace it in through the episode. And then I sat there and I said I could have been listening to this.
She told me that, and I was just like, what? Well, did you even look at the album?
No.
Well, the cool thing was that we kind of had the insider information that this was happening.
Yep.
Because the Julia episode for behind the scenes was supposed to get recorded sooner, and at the 0 hour she found out that she was doing this holiday special in October.
Yeah.
So we knew that there was going to be something before they announced anything, which was kind of cool.
No, that was back in August.
Oh yeah, that was. It was August. She got the call.
I only know that because we were both down the beach.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but regardless, yeah. So we had that like low key info, and Julia wouldn't spill any tea on what it was about, but that was fine. We get it. We were not disappointed. It put us in that holiday cheer mood that we've been in since last year.
Buff Chickie's on point.
So before we get into this, I just have to tell you the story. It's just like, you know, it just, everyone goes through this when they're like going out to eat with their friends. So we get Buff Chickies and we're eating them. And Kathleen eats her half and then puts her box away, like the other half. And I'm like looking at her and I'm like, shit, like I want to eat my other half, but like now am I fat if I eat mine? So I'm just like still eating mine, just like yeah. And then Kathleen's like, I think I'm gonna eat my other half, and I was like, oh thank God.
Yeah, well, it wasn't like I have a habit of eating everything way too fast enough where I'm like, oh well, if I would have just slowed down, I would have realized I didn't need to eat that entire fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like to take a beat, and then at that point we were drinking, and I was like, no, I need that.
Oh my God,
half.
It was so good.
Yeah, and I don't care about. I'm full in on.
Yeah, there's no slow eating in the Kelly
of
side
things, and especially if it's good, I will friggin'
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah.
So it's kind of hard to break down, I guess.
Yeah.
What this is, because it's more so just like mostly one-on-one time with each character. They probably each have, what would you say, like 5 minutes, and then they perform a song.
It's a combination of, they will do like a 3 to 5 minute interview, then a song, or like ask a question and all the cast members provide their answers.
Yep.
That's pretty much 75% of the special are one of those three things.
So I guess we could start by doing a little breakdown of what songs are on the album.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So it opens with This Christmas, Hang All the Mistletoe by Sophia Wiley. Then The Perfect Gift by Joshua Bassett, which is an original for Nene. We were swooning over it.
We were big swooning. Yeah.
Feliz Navidad, which was performed by Frankie Rodriguez and Joe Serafini.
Yeah, Frankie and Joe were cute. I like that they're best friends.
Love it.
Yeah, they're so good.
Yeah. The Hanukkah Melody by our queen, Julia Lester.
Slay with an EIGH.
Little Saint Nick by Joshua Bassett and Matt Cornett.
I think that was my favorite, besides of course River.
Oh shit, I don't have the whole album.
You skipped some. Matt Cornett does Little Last Christmas,
right?
And then my favorite was Larry Big Red doing White Christmas with his like show-stopping tap dance number in the middle of it.
He's incredible and talented, and I hope
super underutilized in the first season.
I hope he gets some
When
more.
I said Matt Cornett's name, I'm like, wait, he was definitely towards the beginning. Why isn't that coming up? Believe by is it Dara Renee?
Yeah.
What Are You Doing? New Year's Eve by Kate. What? Reinders?
Looks fine to me.
It's as close as reindeer as it's ever going to be.
Mark St. Cyr.
Wait.
Yeah, true.
Do you remember when his name came up and we were trying to figure out how to pronounce it?
We were?
We were a little buzzed.
Yeah, we were. Mark St. Cyr is how I would say
and you said it.
Yeah.
And then he said it. And we were like, yes. Because we were both like not sure. River by Olivia Rodrigo. Something in the Air, which is the High School Musical cast.
So good.
An original song. It was so good.
So that is the canon thing. Like, they're in the school. They're like Nene and Ricky are together. Like when in that song, when Nene and Ricky come out of when I'm telling you, you've never seen two people fucking flip out on a couch before. We were just like, we gasped. We literally gasped.
Yeah. So basically, what they each get like their own little piece where they tell their story, their traditions, like Kathleen said. Then they perform a song, and then in the middle of that, they gave us a sneak peek of season 2, and they performed Something in the Air, and it's like all the characters like coming out together. Me and Kathleen, it was like us being 13 years old at the fucking Jonas Brothers concert. Like we like I think we like were smacking each other. Like we were not well.
Talk about my big smiley face. I just like couldn't handle the cuteness of them coming out of the lockers. I was just like, I just wasn't expecting it because it's very Sophia Wiley is in it a lot. There's like Matt and everyone. And then when I just for some reason was not expecting them to be in it. And then when they were in it, I just fainted.
Dude. And then we even got like a cute little glimpse because at the end of season 1 of High School Musical, the musical, the series, we see that Ashlyn and Big Red are going to start dating. Mm-hmm. So we even get like a sneak peek of them singing together in the library.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cute.
Yeah, I mean, Julie made a good point when we were watching those. So she was like, so does that mean Nene doesn't go to the school, like the performing arts school? What? And I said, well, maybe she doesn't, like it's winter break. So
I was like hype. I was like hype. Like I was like, this means she stays. And Kathleen was like, well, like you said something like next semester, and I was like, fuck off.
Yeah, I was
she's
like
staying.
This is winter break. Maybe she goes next semester.
Yeah.
The other weird thing to think about with that particular song is when you think about High School Musical, the series, when they're not performing in the show, they don't have big ensemble numbers like this. It's usually solo performances.
Mm-hmm. Born to be Brave is a big one.
Yeah, but for the most part, like it's kind of, it's interesting that like I'm wondering how this is going to fit into season 2, or like was this like a special one-off that actually won't even be in season 2? It was just like, hey, this is the vibe we're going for next season.
And I know that we kind of got like a teaser that the possible musical for the spring was Beauty and the Beast because they're singing it. But Carlos, which is Frankie, says something on the lines of like the theater's being done. I feel like he references like 1960 or something.
No, I don't think that has anything to do.
Was he talking about like that's how old the theater?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But that was like a fun little nod to knowing that in season 1 it burnt down.
Yeah.
I forgot that happened.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that makes sense. See, me and my conspiracy theories.
Yeah, true.
I just make this stuff up. I'm like, when did the freaking Beauty and the Beast come out? 1960.
Yeah.
So after Something in the Air, I'm just gonna finish this out. That's Christmas to Me
Love that.
Yeah, that's your favorite Christmas song, and I was like, what?
Yeah, it
when
is.
You said that. Mm-hmm. That's by Frankie, Kate, Julia, and Joe, and then Christmas Baby Please Come Home, which is Dara, Joshua, and Matt.
I love that song.
Which I think that they're just like the Christmas. I think that's, because they're not really like in it when she's singing that.
They're singing Deck the Halls.
Yes. Ooh.
I'm so hungover right now. My voice is just not there. I was probably yapping all fucking night.
So, do you guys have a list of what you would say your top 5 faves songs are from this?
I could just rip it. Let's do top 3 because 5's a lot. This isn't that long of a list.
Oh, I have 5.
Okay, I could do 5 too.
So my number 1, Avi, is River
Yeah.
by Olivia Rodrigo, because it's fucking beautiful. Me and Kathleen don't shut up when we're together.
We didn't breathe when this was on.
We didn't speak during, like, we were just swooning over Olivia Rodrigo. Like,
she's so talented.
So talented.
Well, and I was telling you this when you came over for the holidays this year, but like, talk about a song that was not on my radar at all 2 years ago and just keeps coming up, like between, hearing it for the first time in The Politician, then it pops up in Dash and Lily, then it pops up in this. It's just like, okay, clearly, like, this is becoming very quickly one of my new favorite Christmas songs.
Oh, it's so good.
Our girl Joni's coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
And I would listen to it all year round.
Yeah. It's like, it's not a Christmas
it's like
song.
It's barely a Christmas song.
Christmas song.
Yeah.
My number 2 is Feliz Navidad. I thought that their cover was so cute.
Wow.
Loved it.
I love that about you.
I don't know. And then 3, The Perfect Gift, obviously, because I am a Joshua Bassett stan.
Yeah.
4, Little Saint, and then, I didn't do 5. I did 4, Little Saint Nick, Joshua and Matt, and then honorable mention, obviously, Something in the Air, because we love an original song.
We do love an original song. I think I would like The Perfect Gift more, but I did not listen to it other than when we sat down and watched it. Mine are going to be exactly the same as you. I like Little Saint Nick. I like River. And I love That's Christmas to Me.
Yeah.
And then Something in the Air. I thought they were all good.
All of them,
Yeah, they were all, it was really sweet to sit and watch them sing it. In the beginning, I was like a little bummed that it wasn't.
Like an episode.
Well, I liked that we got stuff with them together because I thought it was going to be like, okay, Sophia's going to go. Okay, now Joshua's going to go. Wait, before Matt does his, let's talk about the moment where they do who's the most likely or whatever. And they're like, who's the baddest? Yeah, who's the naughtiest? And when they all said unanimous Joshua Bassett, I looked at Julia, I was like, oh my God, he's so hot.
I just like sipped my red wine. I was like,
he's a bad boy.
Yeah, we love him.
We love that
all
tiny
right, go ahead,
baby.
Matt.
I mean, the only ones that you didn't mention that would have been on mine was, like I said, White Christmas from Larry. I thought was really, really good, and I like Sophia's version of This Christmas because that's like one of those Christmas songs that's always been there, but I haven't really paid it too much attention until maybe a year or two ago, and I was like, man, This Christmas is kind of a fucking jam.
Yeah.
So I weirdly love the Chris Brown version of that song.
That is like the version I know.
Yeah.
Because they did a movie, right?
I think it was called This Christmas.
Yeah.
I never saw it though.
Me neither. Sophia Wiley's dancing,
she's
love
incredible.
It. She's so good.
Yeah, she's really
She
good.
rips that choreo, baby. I love her.
So as Matt said, they like, and Kathleen said it too, they ask each other like these like trivia questions about one another, like who would give the best gift, whatever. And the one thing I wrote down when I was rewatching it today is when they ask, me and you like talked about this out loud when we watched it, when they ask which cast member do they think played Tiny Tim. And it goes on Sophia Wiley, and she's like, "Who's Tiny Tim?"
Yeah,
she said, "What's Tiny Tim?"
Yeah, something like that is so funny. Like, how do you not know?
Like, I feel like everyone has to know that.
Here's a question for you: is because we get pretty much a story from every single person. Is there anyone whose stories you like remember thinking like, "Oh, that's a really cute"? Like, there's two that jump out at me that I remember thinking were really funny and or cute. Flashbacks.
I don't remember any of them.
I would say I thought Julia Lester's was really cute. I loved when they were putting like the footage of them being little.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought
that was super cute.
I was going to mention hers, but I was also going to mention when they bring up the footage of Joe singing Feliz Navidad as a little kid.
Oh, that's
and they're
perfect.
like, he says Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So
or it was from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, I love that though. I love like that they added that, made it way more personal of showing when they were kids and what it was like. Even Olivia Rodrigo, they showed her and she was like making up songs.
Oh, that was so cute.
Yeah.
When she was like on the table dancing. I'm like, whoa, she was always talented.
Yeah. I was the queen of making up songs when I was a kid.
Really?
Me and Brian used to make up songs about everything. So yeah, I mean, I would rate this a 10 out of 10 because I am
for what it is. Sure. I mean,
I'll probably watch it again next year.
I would watch it with you again next year.
Yeah.
I would listen to it. I would listen to the album at Christmas. I don't know that I would ever watch it without you again, but I would listen to the album at Christmas for sure.
I feel like this is a great like doing chores around the house special to throw on.
You,
know what I mean?
You don't
like,
have to be sitting there watching it. Yeah.
You just like throw it on. It's like listening to a podcast with songs as you like clean the kitchen or start to prep to like cook cookies or something like that. Like it's a good background show.
Totally.
Yeah, I love that we love this show. I don't know if anyone else on earth watches it besides little babies.
And
ripping on their Instagram.
Yeah, but those little babies don't get to talk to some of the cast members on their podcast because they're bababies.
Exactly. Yeah, they're not allowed.
We're the oldest people that watch the show.
And I am dying for season
accurate.
2. I'm dying. I need season 2.
Yeah, it's so charming.
It really is. It's just like even when they showed the flashback when Joshua Bassett's talking and they show like the flashback of him and Nene like before the show in season 1 where what's the song they were together? Oh, Just for a Moment. And it shows them and I'm like, oh my God, I missed the show so much. I need this to come back.
Yeah. I like this music that they use in the episodes that it's like, and like how they kind of transition scenes and stuff. And I threw on an episode, I think, early, like last week or something randomly because I was like, I am so uninspired right now. But I didn't end up actually watching it. I was like doing chores and I was like, they're like, I was like, I was like in a school band. I was like so stupid. Like, it's so dumb. I was like, I love these.
that dance. That's great. You look like
it's a real shame that it's just an audio medium because between the dance and like, you know that Lean has been dancing her whole life because she immediately had the like painted on, big smile, like ready to go.
Yeah, the spotlight was on her.
Yeah, we'll binge season 2. Like, oh, that's a week with the week, isn't it? Do they drop a bunch at first and then
No.
No, it's like Friday nights. Like, well, Friday, but I would watch it at night because I don't do anything.
I mean, I've gone on the record for saying I am for there being more week to week streaming releases.
I agree, but these types where I'm like, let's just binge it all in one sitting.
Give me a movie.
I don't know, because like, here's the thing: if it all dropped at once, it would completely rob me of the love of Julie Matt text messages Friday night into Saturday morning when it ends on a cliffhanger, and it's just like, oh my god, what's going to happen next week?
You stopped watching. Like, you stopped at season 8 and waited for the rest of the series to come out.
Because you let me know that you're like, I watched episode 9 and I'm so upset that it's a cliffhanger, and I'm like, well, then I'm just going to wait for the second part to come out. I mean, we do have a little bit of time. It's a pretty short episode. Do we want to like talk about anything that we watched over the holiday? I know Kathleen knocked out like 15 shows.
Yeah, God.
This bitch has been watching shit. This girl has been watching shit.
Tell us.
Okay. My big suggestion to all y'all's listeners out there is The Wilds on Amazon Prime. It's like 10 episodes. People are comparing it to Lost. 9 girls, plane crash, lost on an island, but you find out in episode 1 that it's a social experiment. Like, you get the people controlling it too right away. It's not like Lost where it's like, what is this? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Where it is so good, and then every episode, each girl gets a backstory episode, and it's fucked up. Like, by the end, and I suggested it. I had Bobby Keenan watch it because I was like, I need a boy to watch this. Sometimes it's stuff, and I hate this, where like, it's a girl-driven show. Will a boy like this? Because of course, 9 girls on a deserted beach. The fights they get in are catty as shit. It's like very girly because they're just like whining but it's really good. He liked it. He said he would suggest, so boys will like it too. And then I watched Motherland Fort Salem, which I really thought I was gonna like more, but it was okay. I watched it in like one day, 10 episodes. I'm psychotic. Rebinging The Magicians, that's good. I finished season 1 of Maisel finally. Oh, I binged like 25 episodes of How I Met Your Mother in a day and a half so I could record one episode.
Very impressed by that. I enjoyed that episode.
Yeah, and then I am also like 15 episodes into my rewatch of Community, which is cool. I started that. Community holds up. I think Community, for the record, I think it's better than How I Met Your Mother, even though they're not. No one's asking.
100% though.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think anyone would argue with that, except for maybe the guys
Luke,
that you do a podcast
Luke,
with.
I said it to Luke, and he was like, "You're wrong." I was like, "Okay."
Luke's wrong, and he can come on this show, and I can tell him to his face.
Well, I'll tell you what, Luke is not listening to our freaking whatever episode this is. Rude. I was about to call it How I Met Your Mother, but it's High School Musical, the musical, the series.
I'll call him out. Special. I've texted Luke about some stuff. I'll tell him, yo, you're wrong. Community's a better show.
Call that dick out. We'll call him out if we have him on the pod. That's my nephew, by the way. That fucking dick.
I'm trying to think. I didn't watch a ton. I did knock out a bunch of like one season Netflix shows that had popped up that I was like, okay, let me just like rock through a few of these. If you're into true crime docuseries, The Ripper is really, really good. 4 episodes. They're like 40 minutes apiece, and it's about the Yorkshire Ripper from the 80s into the early 90s.
Ooh.
And based on a recommendation from Lean over there, Song Exploder, super good.
Oh, yeah.
Highly recommend the episodes with Lin-Manuel Miranda about writing Wait For It for Hamilton.
It's like the greatest thing I've ever seen.
It's so good. The REM episode on Losing My Religion is really good.
Yep.
And the Killers episode for When You Were Young, all 3 of those, I was like, I would absolutely revisit these 3 episodes at any point because it's very... I use the phrase almost too much now, but it's a very warm blanket show. It's just like you just lay there and take it in. And then one movie that you would recommend it that I really liked was Plus One. Very charming show starring Maya from Pen 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cute. And the guy is... Who's the guy?
I don't know, but he looked really weirdly familiar the whole time I was watching it.
Oh, it's Jack Quaid, of course, from The Boys.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even have to look.
Make sense.
Yeah. I didn't realize he's Dennis Quaid's son and Meg Ryan's son. He's fucking royalty.
Yeah. How about you, Julie? Did you watch any? I mean, you were talking about how you've been like just knocking shit out. You finished The Crown, right?
I finished The Crown.
Proud of you.
Yeah. Oh, it just made me sad.
Yeah, totally.
I'm excited though for the next season.
Yeah.
I need more. I need more Princess Diana because, God,
Queen.
Bless her. I finished The Undoing, which was an easy binge. I finished The Flight Attendant, which was fucking great. A Teacher, I just finished that.
Dude, wait, I didn't finish. I think I'm too behind. I didn't watch last week's or today's. Is today's the finale? Mm-hmm. That show takes a turn. It goes from like sexy and like obviously like for this forbidden thing, and then all of a sudden it's just like I don't like watching it. It's like it pains me. How's the end?
So the ending is good.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil anything for you, but it's like I was like, yeah. Like,
okay.
I was happy, like, because I think it's real. Like, you know, he's gonna be fucked up for a long time, and like they're real about that.
Yeah.
Did you watch the SNL parody of it?
I don't watch that.
Who's the yes
where it was like season 2 of The Teacher, and it's like him trying to flirt with her. She's like, do you know how hard it is to get a job in a school in general?
Yeah.
I'm not throwing it away for your weak ass.
The bit is that she's basically like, you can't even spell, like you're failing my class, like why would I ever in a million years, like her. It's a funny bit.
Yeah.
And
then lastly, I'm just binging The Bold Type, which you know.
So cute.
It's so
fun.
cute. I've become way more of a Hulu girl than a Netflix girl.
Yeah.
I think because I don't pay for ads.
It changes your life.
I think I sent you the quote from another podcast the one day, but I think that they nailed it where they're like, Hulu is this weird streaming service that has all of the content you could ever want at the click of a mouse, but the worst search engine that has ever been designed in the history of anything.
It's not a very friendly, like, usable like, I hate when I hit down to try and see like, oh, how many minutes do I have left? But then it takes you into like suggestive. Well, like sexy suggestions. And I'm like, that's not what I wanted to do.
Or when it doesn't pop up to watch the next episode, you have to wait the whole 30 seconds.
Yeah. Don't get me started.
Or the other one that bothers me is like, I tried to watch Atlanta, but Brian had already watched Atlanta. And
end of the episode?
Yeah, I would just like hit play and it'd be like, oh, clearly he just wants to watch the last 30 seconds of this episode right now. Like, no, obviously if it's that far into the episode, just start the shit over.
Yeah. Like, my dad did the same for me for A Teacher. I kept having to rewind. Like, I started episode 2 or 3, whatever it is, and they were like, just like, she was like pushing him away, and because it's the last thing of the episode, and my dad like hit next, whatever.
And there's no like start from beginning. You literally, like you said, you have to rewind the episode basically.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's so bad.
Yeah, fix your flaws, Hulu.
Fix them. I've tweeted at them so many times. I really have. I'm gonna search Hulu and send screenshots to you guys. I'm like, you suck. 12/12/17. I'd like to file a formal complaint against Hulu support. Here it is. Your app is glitchy and the subtitles don't always match what they're saying. I have to kill the app and reopen 3 times an episode. Your lucky Handmaid's Tale rocks at Hulu. All right, TV baby, we love it.
Yeah.
So much that we have a podcast about it.
It's true. Check us out.
Check us out. Check me out.
Leave us some reviews. We used to love reading them.
Yeah.
And no one
make it funny. Make it
anymore.
stupid.
Yeah.
I think it's because the last one we got was from Cornflake Girl telling us to watch Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and none of us followed through on it.
Maybe I'll add that.
We
for my
do
list.
have to watch
I don't want
that.
to diss Cornflake Girl.
Yeah.
Love you guys. Happy 2021.
Happy 2021.
2021.
2021. 2021.
2021.
Ooh, yeah.
This has been My Favorite Episode Of. My Favorite Episode Of is produced by Matt Kelly as part of the Geekscape Network and hosted by Julie and Kathleen. Check out our show notes for all of our socials and email us at myfavoriteepisodepodcast@gmail.com. Rate, review, and subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting apps, and we'll be back next week with another episode of My Favorite Episode Of.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network. You're listening to the Geekscape Network.